Greetings. You can manifest anything with this scripture that I'm going to share with you. But in order for you to do that, you have to have the right mentor. One like myself to help you along the way. Because you'll definitely need to rearrange your mindset, and you would need to unlearn, relearn, and reprogram your subconscious mind, especially if you were raised in a country whereby your parents and the rest of the population believe in secular Christianity that is pointing you to look outwardly, and who believe that the Bible is literal and secular history. That's the reason why Psalms 4:4 points you to look inwardly. But how is this knowledge going to benefit you if you do not believe and accept the fact that the Bible is actually your spiritual autobiography that must be understood metaphysically, esoterically, and most of all psychologically, because it is a book of mind science? How can it benefit you if you keep looking outwardly when you're supposed to be looking inwardly? Because it is your own thoughts that creates your reality and creates your personality. That's the reason why you're told that as a man thinketh in his heart, which is speaking of his subconscious mind, his higher self, his invisible self. It is basically stating that as you think in the invisible world, so shall it be established in the visible three-dimensional world. Well, if you read the Bible and you do not understand that it have to do with your anatomy, your physiology, your biology, your psychology, okay, and it's all about you discovering that your real identity is your divinity, you will never get the benefit of manifesting the ideal life on this planet and living life on your own terms, because you'll always be bowing to a master, and only a slave needs a master. Do you know that your body is actually a slave to your mind? And so when you understand why Psalm 4:4 says that you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and go into stillness, you would realize that the Bible, which is basically, as I said earlier, a book of science, mostly mind science, it is teaching you about what scientists is referring to today as brain waves. Okay, and you're changing different brain wave. But actually, when you lie on your bed to sleep at night, if you look at nature, you'll notice that when the sun is going down, you are also going down to rest. And when the sun is rising, you are rising also with the sun. And so you will realize that the sun parallels the human imagination, the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there's no life and there's no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. The sun is the giver of all life. The sun is what powers all of humanity and gives all of humanity its energy. And they switch the S-U-N and give you a S-O-N. But common sense will teach you that the S-O-N could never exist unless there first be the S-U-N. So when you are out of alignment with the S-U-N, you'll never understand why Matthew 6:6 and Psalms 4:4. But the main one that I am focusing on right now is Psalms 4:4, why it says that you must commune with your own heart. Your heart is speaking, as I said before, of your higher self, the seat of consciousness, your invisible self. It says you must do that upon your bed. And you must be still. This is where it is teaching you the importance of visualization, the importance of meditation, the importance of you going into the invisible world and appropriating your life so it will reflect in the visible three-dimensional world. This is where it is teaching you that the world is a mirror and everything is a reflection of yourself. So poverty, lack, scarcity, and all of these things is just a reflection of who you really are, how you see yourself, what you think about yourself. And unfortunately, in my country and the islands around, most of the people are chapped with the credit unions and the banks because they do not know any other way. And all of that goes back to their belief system. That's why I'm saying, my brother and my sister, when you understand the Bible as a book of mind science and you have a mentor like me, you can go very far, because I will definitely teach you how to create your reality consciously. And I will teach you never to look outwardly, but to look inwardly. And so when you have the right understanding, then you will operate in real faith. Okay? Because faith is not something that is blind. It is based on knowledge. Knowledge of self. Knowledge of knowing basically who you are. So, with that being said, if the things I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, if it resonates with you and you like to get a deeper dive into these things that I'm saying, you can definitely book a one-on-one with me, okay, by dropping me an email, or you can reach out to me on an app called Faith here. The link is down below, and that app is more religious people is on that app, but I teach spirituality there, so you can link me there too if you feel like, okay. And so if you're willing to understand the Bible in a deeper way, and you would like to get my books, the links down below also. I have 10 or more books available to you. Also, I have my own Bible called the 66 Books of Magic, the Overcomer's Bible, where Jesus has been omitted and there's a blank space for you to write your name, which is I am. So it doesn't matter where in the world you're reading that Bible from. Once you fill in that blank space, I am, and you start to affirm those things, you understand, your life will definitely change for the better. Also, if you like to become a part of my Patreon community, you're most welcome. And there's where I have a course for people who are donating $20 or more. And that course is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Conscious. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. So all of those videos, you have access to them and you can listen to them to really help you in a spiritual journey. So this very important scripture of Psalms 4:4, I can go much deeper into it, and other scriptures in the Bible to teach you what the Bible is really all about, and why they don't want you to know the power that you hold when you know who you are. Okay, so I can go on and on, but definitely gonna come to a close, and I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And if you haven't liked or subscribed, I'm definitely encouraging you to, go ahead and do that. So you can like, you can subscribe, you can, comment, and it will definitely help the algorithm and help this channel. I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I appreciate that you are vibing with what I am sharing. And that is why my last encouragement to you is to just make sure that you check out all of the links that are down below, and definitely let your intuition lead you and guide you into what to do. So with that being said, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.